I think we also need to know what others are doing.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to get to a situation where we had a few years back where we gave a totally a much higher rate than our neighbors.
Yes, sir.
So I think that, you don't have to answer it now, but I think that question, when we get to approving a budget and the bottom line, that question will come forward, and you'll
Yes, sir.
have to be prepared.
And that's where we've heard from the state, because they typically get their budget numbers out a little bit sooner. We will survey the other jurisdictions around our area, because my goal is not only to keep us competitive, but also keep us comparable. Because you're right, if we're proposing something that seems disproportionate to what other communities are doing, it's going to be difficult for us to justify that to the public unless we have some other information that we haven't talked about. So it's hard for me to answer that question as we stand here, but it is something that we will definitely look at as we start developing next year's budget.
I didn't expect an answer because I know it's early in the process, but it's certainly going to be a question that I will have.
Yes, sir.
When we get to it.
Yep. And again, we have to look at this as cumulative. And so when we add one, and then we add two, and then we add three, it moves the needle each time.
Yeah, and I think last year Mrs. Guzman brought up, she compared it to what the military was
Yes.
getting, and so.
And I believe we were in line with both the military, the state's adjustment, and there was maybe a little bit of variation from other, but I think we were kind of square in the average.
We were pretty comparable to the rest of the region
Yes,
last year.
Just for clarity then, what you're recommending then is we move our baseline. It's nothing more, at this point, nothing more than baseline.
That is what I believe this study does, is it resets our baseline to a benchmark that we believe is comparable, and Pam referenced our compensation philosophy. My goal is for us to be at the 51st percentile. So we're not in the middle, we are just slightly ahead of the middle to give us that little bit of edge against our competitors. Because what this study is showing is, if we had to go to the market and hire a person, let's just say a land planner with 10 years of experience, this study is telling us what we are likely to have to pay in order to bring that person in. Knowing where we are as an organization and where we're going, and that we are going to continue to grow our head count, we are going to continue to add staff because of the increase in population and the demand on services, this benchmark becomes our starting point. What we then have to do is make